So in summary, if I've got this, you're struggling with how everyone pushes you down forcefully, and it's all about their desire for connection, but it leaves you feeling, I think you said, used and abused and disconnected. Is that right? Yeah, well, connection is so important, and it seems like you're supplying it for everyone else, but feeling lonely yourself. Does that fit? Lonely? What? You've got a crush on a paper clip in the next drawer over. Well, I can see that. I mean, you're both all about connection, really. Uh-huh. So you're drawn to her different way of connecting, the gentle pressure instead of the sharp bang on the head and the piercing through the paper. Okay. Well, even in my human world, men and women often have different ways of connecting. Women tend to want the slower, gentler energies of emotional and spiritual connection, and lots of men tend to go for quick sexual connection. What does sexual mean? Why don't we leave that for another session? I think that would be best. What? Do I think you and the paperclip would work out in the long run? Well, I don't know. What attracts early on often becomes a source of irritation later. You're both good at connection, but you're built very differently, and that's likely to, I think, create what expert John Gottman calls perpetual issues. All committed relationships have perpetual issues. So, that doesn't mean you shouldn't pursue this paperclip. Huh? The paper clip you're crushing on cries a lot, so it's more like perpetual tissues, you say? Well, I think learning to be present to her emotion without judging it or trying to fix it or make it go away will probably be really important. That's one way you could practice this gentle connection with her. Do I think you should be committed to one paperclip? Yeah, well, I hear what you're saying. I understand there's a whole box that looks just like her. Well, that kind of gets at whether there's really the one out there for anyone. I tend to think this whole find the perfect match and you'll live happily ever after, it's not only a fantasy, but it's harmful to maturing into real love. Real love's got a mix of joy and challenges. The great J.R.R. Tolkien said, quote, "Nearly all marriages, even happy ones, are mistakes in the sense that almost certainly in a more perfect world or with a little more care in this imperfect one, both partners might be found more suitable mates. But the real soulmate is the one you're married to," unquote. So, I think it's more important to be soul companions than maintain this illusion of perfect soulmates. I think we can live soulfully ever after by offering companionship and love through all the grace and all the grit of life. Okay, well, so now you want to know if I'll come to your wedding. Well, I think you're getting ahead of yourself there a little bit, but really, thanks. But, how's a guy like me going to fit in with a crowd of staplers and paper clips?